I am here with a very friendly public service announcement. I'm going to encourage you to focus on what you can control, okay? Right now, I know a lot of parents have been struggling with the whole going back to school stuff, and teachers are struggling with the going back to school stuff, and I see a lot of people just feeling the sense of, when will this end? Why can't we go back to a normal existence, right? I totally get it. But what you have to remember, just like with weight loss, focusing on the things that you can't control are, one, very discouraging. It can bring on a lot of feelings of depression, anxiety. And starting to focus on what you can control is really where you want to put all your efforts. I am a huge fan of the Stoic Philosophy, and they break things into 3 categories. 1, the things you have 100% control over. 2, the things that you have 0 control over. And 3, the things that you can influence over time. So the way that looks is, what do you have 100% control over? Maybe your kid, can't go back to school right now. You might think about reaching out to tutors or homeschool groups and seeing if there's any way you can work your kid into a situation where they will have a sense of normalcy without being able to go to public school. You might think about hiring a tutor. You might think about, if they stress because of wearing a mask, maybe getting them some type of coaching or therapy to help work through that fear. Those are all things you have control over. You have 0 control over what your state regulates. You have 0 control over if the teachers refuse to come back, right? There's a lot of things you can't control. Now, if we were totally to focus on the things you do control, write down a couple action points on what you can do and take immediate action, you will feel better. I also see this with weight loss, right? I'll get an email, a Voxer message, something like that, where they say, I'm doing all the things. I'm counting my calories. I'm eating in a caloric deficit. I'm drinking my water. I'm going for a walk. And great, those are 100% in your control. You know what's not 100% in your control? How fast your body releases weight. Not in your control. So these are things, weight is something you can influence over time. It is not something that you have complete control over. Just like you can't go in and dictate to your body when you have, how many breaths you take, how much your heart beats, how many times you blink in an hour. Like, these are all things your body regulates without your input. It also regulates how fast your body lets go of weight. So if you think about it, there's 2 buckets. There's the bucket of 100% control, which is the actions you can do and take hold of, which in this case, if we're talking weight loss, tracking, eating at a calorie deficit, going for your walks, doing your exercise, drinking your water, getting your sleep, managing stress and anxiety, all in your bucket, okay? What's in your body's bucket? It's how fast it lets go of weight, how fast your heart beats, how often you use the restroom, how much blood pumps through your veins. All of that stuff is totally outside of your control. It's in your body's bucket. And where we get in trouble with things like weight loss is we try to finesse our body's bucket and take over control of that. But what you have to do is see as a clear line down the middle of the room. Your bucket's on one side, your body's bucket is on the other, and you should not be meddling with it. Let it do its thing. And that might mean you do everything, you're crushing it, you're doing a great job with your bucket, but no weight loss happens. And that's okay. It'll catch up eventually. Keep your eye on what you control. When you're feeling stressed about the current situation with your kids, schooling, ask yourself, in this moment, what do I have 100% control over? What can I take action on? Taking action is one of the best medications for anxiety and stress. I do it with all kinds of things. When I feel anxiety and stress about something, I say, who could I email? Who could I call? What can I do to make myself feel better? And I just recently had that, just to be completely transparent. My oldest son will be going to high school, not this year, but next year. And I have to do credits for high school as a homeschool parent. I'm never done credits. So I immediately felt anxiety, stress. It woke me up in the middle of the night, right? I felt all this anxiety. What did I do instead of sitting with anxiety and stress? I got on the forum that I have for my homeschool group. I contacted a mom who I know has kids in high school, and I asked her if she could bring some resources and talk to me about it, and she said she would. And immediately I released some of that stress, and I said, okay, good. Now I have something to help me with this issue. That's how you want to think about it. Whenever that anxiety and stress and you want to just dive into the pantry or the refrigerator, it's because you're looking for something to take action on and you don't want to sit still with it. Get up, go do something positive for yourself. All right, I hope this conversation helps. The moral of the story, there's things that you 100% control, things you 0% control, and things that you can influence over time. Focus on where all of your control can go. Take action when you feel anxiety, and realize the things that are 100% outside of your control and let them go. Holding on to them or trying to micromanage them is not helping you. If you need more help like this, please join me in the community, Half Size Mate community. We're working on our mindset. And if these videos are helpful for you, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know what concepts or ideas you want me to talk about. I would love to help you more. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.